Hey everyone, Scott with the Scottman895. We're here to do a driving video today. We're heading east on I-96 from US 23 near Brighton, Michigan, heading all the way to where it ends at I-75 in Detroit. So this is a remake video or redo video. So I did this video in a couple parts about 4 or 5 years ago, but I wanted to do an updated video just because there is some, what I'm trying to say is there is some new construction that they completed in the past few years out here in Oakland County. Well, we're in Livingston County right now, but over in Oakland County. And plus, I wanted to update this to use my new microphone, the new action camera too. So it's a win-win-win. But yeah, it's a hot but pretty sunny day out today. It's partly cloudy out. The car thermometer is reading 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Convert that to Celsius is around like 92, or between 92 and 90, or sorry, between 32 and 33 degrees Celsius. So it's a hot one today. But yeah, it's like, I've been filming a lot of driving videos today. This is the third one I filmed today on the same battery too. It's one of the reasons why I love this new action camera that I'm using for my driving videos. It's like the battery's so much better. It's like my battery's not even halfway dead yet. So it's like it gives me an opportunity to film some more driving videos on the same battery. So I-96 travels east and west through the state of Michigan. It starts all the way over by like Muskegon, Norton Shores area over on the west side of the state and crosses over through Michigan, going past Grand Rapids, Lansing, and eventually gets into the Detroit area. Definitely a lot of traffic out for a Saturday afternoon, but definitely understandable with how nice it is out. So that exit there, that's Kensington Road. There is a really nice state park called Island Lake State Recreation Area that's just to the south of here. There are a lot of nice hiking trails in there. There's a swimming beach. Or in fact, I think there are 2 of them, because there are a couple lakes in the park. And then although you could get to it from that exit, but also the next exit coming up, we have Kensington Metro Park, which is the park that's off to the left where you can see like the golf course. So we are now entering Oakland County and also Livingston Township. So basically, once we get to the exit for Kent Lake Road, we're going to be seeing a new traffic configuration a little bit, although it's not going to look as major today because it's currently closed, but they built one of those flex lanes on the I-96, which basically adds an extra lane of traffic during rush hour. To where most of the time it's the extra lane or like the left shoulder is going to be closed, but when there's heavy traffic they'll add an extra lane. But yeah, today it's closed, so there's not going to be anybody driving it, so it's just going to be like a normal 3-lane freeway on both sides, or for each side. But starting here, you got a left shoulder where you have heavier traffic. People are permitted to drive in that, starting basically at right here, but not today though. Like they have signs indicating when you can drive on them, and when they have an X on them saying closed, that means they don't allow traffic on there. But if there's like an arrow pointing down on it, then that usually means that they'll allow people to drive in it. But along with that too, but they resurfaced this entire freeway from here all the way to 696, where it's brand new concrete. It's really, really nice. But yeah, it should help with traffic flows during rush hour, because this freeway can get very congested during rush hour. This way, of course, in the morning, and then the opposite direction in the evening. So over here, this is the exit for Milford Road. We're in the New Hudson area, which is just a small little village, although where New Hudson is itself, it's pretty tiny, but the bigger part of it is like all the shopping areas over here. Like you got like a Walmart. There's some restaurants over there. See some dealerships, a Discount Tire, Sherwin-Williams. See a Jiffy Lube. But yeah, this is quite nice though. It's always nice when they finally get done with the big construction project. You got nice new pavement to drive on. And then probably another 20 years from now, they'll have to redo this again. So I feel like because of the heavy traffic and also all the snow and ice we get during the winter, it's like it breaks down the road quite a bit to where it's like eventually you have to replace the road once again. But thankfully with this, not for quite a long time. So I'm heading into Detroit, kind of for like dinner time. So this is good timing with this video because this will take me right into Detroit. Okay, I think I can get back over again. So what's nice over in this area, we got a little bit of countryside, or the countryside here. It's like it's not, doesn't feel like suburbia just yet, although that's going to change in about another mile. Because we're starting to get into like the area for like Novi and Wixom. So with that, we're now pretty much starting to get into the Metro Detroit area. Yep, so we have the city limit sign for Wixom. And the exit for Wixom Road is coming up less than a mile from here, and there's a lot of shopping activity. It's not like 12 Oaks Mall when we get over to Novi Road, but there's still quite a bit of activity over here. Like there's a Meijer, there's a General RV, there's one of those Duluth trading centers. It's also Menards. Different fast food restaurants. I think there's like a Taco Bell here. There's McDonald's. There's also a Culver's. And there's some hotels over here too. So things can get pretty busy over here, as you can tell, but then we have, the next exit here for Beck Road. So if you get off at this exit here, and then you work your way over to Grand River Avenue, you can get over to the suburban showplace collection, which is basically a big expo hall where they basically, I know like the big thing they hold there every year is Motor City Comic Con. So yeah, that brings a lot of traffic out to this area when that happens. In fact, you can even see the back of the building off to the right, on the other side of those trees. So yeah, so that's the Suburban Showplace collection over there to the right. So it's a big expo hall, where it's not only Motor City Comic Con, but they put on some other stuff too. And yeah, now we're starting to get into like the 12 Oaks area, which is a very large shopping area. There's like an indoor shopping mall and many other department stores. Like, it's a very busy area. Which is coming up here at this exit here. Like, of course, you got 12 Oaks Mall, and of course, you got a whole bunch of stuff. You got the Buffalo Wild Wings, Imagine movie theaters, all kinds of different chain restaurants. And also, there's a Planet Fitness over there, and then right next door is a Texas Roadhouse. So it's like you can have a steak at Texas Roadhouse and then go work out at Planet Fitness. And of course, a bunch of fast food restaurants and fast casual restaurants. There's Chick-fil-A and a lot of different things. A Red Robin. Joe Cool's. Like, lots of shopping in this area. I do need to get over, because what's about to happen is that I-96 is about to go to the right. So we got a big fork in the freeway up ahead. So yeah, anyway, so the exit for Novi Road, that's for like the 12 Oaks Mall and the shopping area over there. You can also head north on Novi Road to take up toward Walled Lake, or south down toward Northville. So if you take the left fork there, that'll turn into Interstate 696. And you can also get to M5 East to get onto Grand River, and that'll take you into Detroit too. But 96 is a lot faster. Or you take the fork to the right, and this is to continue on I-96. And this exit here is M5 North. So that'll take you to some more of the northwest suburbs of Metro Detroit. Take you, like, M5 goes up toward just to like Commerce Township. I need some water. Okay, that's better. So this is where I-96 now starts to turn more to the south. Okay, so leaving Novi, and we're now in Farmington Hills. Because right along in here, I-96, well, this is obviously the continuation of I-96, but this is also the beginning of I-275. So for like the next 5.5 miles, I-96 is now going to run concurrent with 275. So this is where Interstate 275 officially begins, as it heads south to I-75 down near like Monroe. And for people living in the northwest suburbs and the western suburbs of Detroit, like here in like Farmington Hills, Novi, Livonia, Plymouth, Northville, or even going up toward like Commerce Township, Walled Lake, this is what people usually will take to get down to Detroit Metro Airport, down near 275 and I-94. So yeah, over here, this can get really busy. What is nice though is that it is 4 lanes, so definitely allows for a lot more extra room. And I remember several years ago when they redid this too, because 275 had some new concrete put in, I think in the late 2010s. So I remember it was before the pandemic when they got all this done. And then a few years ago, going south of M14 on 275 is when they redid those lanes. And over here, this is the exit for 8 Mile, so another little shopping area, not like 12 Oaks, not that big, but still got some stuff going on in here. Like there's a Best Buy, there's a Meijer, there's also like another Chick-fil-A. There's also a Target and a Costco. And crossing over 8 Mile, we are now in Livonia, but also Wayne County. Oh yeah, there's Target right there. And you got exits for like 7 Mile and then 6 Mile up ahead too. So for here at 7 Miles, like there's a Dave & Buster's over here. That was off to the left, as a matter of fact. And then also there's even more stores like over to the west. It goes 7 Mile over to Haggerty Road. I think there's like a Trader Joe's over there. I think there's a Chipotle and some other stuff over there too. And I timed this freeway video at a very good time because I just saw signs just now that they're going to be closing the Redford I-96 East on Monday as I'm filming this video. So I'm glad I'm filming this video now because otherwise I probably would have to wait till like August or September or something. Because right now they're doing a big reconstruction project on M14, but even a small stretch of I-96. So yeah, for a lot of people, it's going to make people getting into Detroit a lot more difficult because now they got to go 696 and there's major construction over there right now too. So it's like, it's going to be a double whammy for people going into Detroit from like the western suburbs. But thankfully, for the purpose of today's driving video, we are still in good shape. So right here, this is a big interchange as well. So in the left 2 lanes over here, although it's just 1 lane right now because of the construction, but the 2 left lanes here, that's the continuation of I-96 to go into Detroit. Continue straight, that is just 275. And then there's also the exit for M14 up ahead over there. That'll take you west out toward Ann Arbor. So yeah, if we were to continue south on 275, that'll eventually take you down by Metro Airport once you get down toward I-94. But yeah, in M14 right now, they're working on the eastbound lane. So it's like they have all the eastbound lanes over on the westbound lanes right now. If you look over to the left, that's M14 down there, and also I-96, they got 1 lane of traffic going east right now. So this is where, yeah, M14 ends, and then this is the continuation of I-96 east. So it's like, yeah, right now it's just our lane here, but M14 traffic is only over to the left right now. And then once you get over by like where Newburgh Road is, then the 2 lanes will join back together. But yeah, right now they got the exit for Newburgh closed. And yeah, and I remember over several years ago when they redid the pavement over here. Basically from here all the way to Telegraph Road. And yep, here is where their construction officially ends, and now it's back open to 4 lanes again. Okay, so we're in the heart of Livonia now. And we'll take this all the way into Detroit. Well, technically southwest Detroit. I-96 doesn't go all the way to downtown, but pretty close. Lots of... Okay, I wasn't sure some scraps in the freeway, so I wasn't sure exactly what that was, but I don't think it was anything major because I didn't hear anything, so that's always a good thing. And here's the exit for Farmington Road. As a matter of fact, I filmed a driving video on Farmington Road earlier today. And then, yeah, another half a mile, we have the exit for Merriman Road. So a cool fact about Merriman Road is that if you take Merriman Road south, it eventually ends right at Detroit Metro Airport. So that is, in theory, one way which you can go down to the airport. It's not really the most practical thing to do because you'd be better off taking the freeway. Okay, that's something I would not want to hit. Looked like a piece of like a wooden sign or something. Yeah, lots of stuff in the freeway today. And then this exit here, this is Middle Belt Road. So there's a shopping area over here on Middle Belt. Again, not like 12 Oaks Mall, not that big, but there's different department stores. There's a Costco over here, so some also restaurants. So a lot of stuff going on over on Middle Belt. So this can get really busy over on Middle Belt here. Some more. Yeah, I don't know what those were, but must be. I'm wondering if it's the stuff coming up from a truck way up ahead. We'll see if we see more scraps or plastic bags or something on the freeway. Because if it ends up being we have to play the snake game while driving on the freeway, we're going to have a problem. So just past the exit for Inkster Road, we are now in Redford Township. So yeah, I saw that sign back there saying 10 miles to I-94. So we probably have like about another 13 or so miles left to go in this video. And we got another road work area up ahead, although this one is significantly smaller. In fact, I should probably get over because that car is going to need to get over into the lane I was just in, because the left lane closes up here, up ahead. It's just over here at the near or around the exit for Telegraph. So this exit here, this is for Telegraph Road or US 24. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're doing some bridge work over here. That's why they have the left lane closed. So after passing by Telegraph Road, we're now in the Detroit city limits. And over here, we're going over the Rouge River. So we got an interesting configuration up ahead. So this is where I-96 breaks off into two pieces. We got the express lanes to the left, and then on the right you have what they're called the local lanes. So the local lanes are for, if you're like over here, if you want to go to Evergreen Road or to the Southfield Freeway, you will want to get onto the local lanes over there, because the express lanes are more for like through traffic. You're trying to get past the area, especially if you're going to Detroit. So it's nice that they have this split, so that way it divides up the traffic that does not necessarily need to get off on or off the freeway immediately. And of course, as you can tell, they got the same configuration on the other side. But yeah, these express and local lanes only last like several miles. And yeah, coming up ahead, we got the interchange with the Southfield Freeway. Which, yeah, there's no access from the express lanes. You have to take the local lanes if you want to get onto the Southfield Freeway. But there is another exit, though, for the local lanes right here. So if you want to go to Greenfield Road, Schaefer Highway, Wyoming Avenue, and also Grand River, you can get off there for the local lanes. And the people in the local lanes right now can easily get on the express lanes right over here. What is interesting, though, is that if you're going west on I-96, you can get to the Southfield Freeway exit from the express lanes, just not from the eastbound lanes. Yep, there is a lot of traffic on the freeway right now, but we are going into the city now, so it's like it kind of makes sense for a late Saturday afternoon. But yeah, nevertheless, this is smooth sailing today. Of course, it's a different story a lot of times during like rush hour. But yeah, thankfully I don't film these driving videos during rush hour because, well, I work during the week, so don't usually have to worry about anything like that. And yeah, coming up in 3/4 of a mile, we have the exit for Davison Avenue. Which, yeah, the interesting thing is that for the exit for Davison Avenue, there is an exit from the local lanes, but also the express lanes. So it's nice that you have either option for that. And of course, you go on to the Davison Avenue, and in a little while, then it turns into the Davison Freeway. About, I think, like another couple miles or so to the east of here. And here's where the express lanes and the local lanes end, and now it's becomes just one freeway again. And yeah, another exit for Grand River. But I feel like I say this with every I-96 video, but yeah, Grand River Avenue is basically a road that travels generally parallel with I-96, because before they built the freeway, Grand River was the original highway which would take you northwest from Detroit all the way out toward Lansing and then eventually west toward Grand Rapids. And it might be a little hard to see, but if you look way off in the distance, you can now start to see a little bit of the skyline for downtown Detroit. So I'd say from here, we just got like another few more minutes left to go, or a few more miles. And yeah, the exit here, this is for West Grand Boulevard. And then less than a mile, we got the exit for I-94. I-94 East will basically take you out toward like the eastern suburbs or northeast suburbs of Detroit. Think like Mount Clemens, St. Clair Shores, Roseville, Harper Woods, Grosse Pointe, like those areas. Eventually out toward Port Huron. Or I-96 West will take you back out toward where the airport is, eventually out toward Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, and eventually heads all the way out to Chicago. And there's a lot of traffic getting onto I-94 right now, especially for the eastbound lanes. So thankfully we're not going that way. Got the exit for Warren Avenue, and not sure what they're doing over there. It looks like the ramp is closed right now. So coming up over here, we have 3 forks approaching. Well, first to the right, you got the exit for Michigan Avenue or US Highway 12. So the far left lane, that'll take you on to I-75 north. And from there, you can obviously go I-75 north, or you can also get to the exit for another exit for Grand River, which can be used to get over into downtown Detroit or like to where Comerica Park and Ford Field are located. The second to the left lane is for the Lodge Freeway south to go into downtown, where the right 2 lanes is to get to I-75 south, and it's the final stretch of I-96. And then this exit over here is Verner Highway. That'll take you over to the Mexican Town area over here in Southwest Detroit. You got all kinds of amazing Mexican restaurants. And then the exit over here, this is the exit for the Ambassador Bridge, which is one of the crossings over to Canada. Traffic will probably get a lot less on that bridge once the Gordie Howe Bridge finishes up in a few months from now. And we have reached the end of I-96. Because this is where it officially ends and it joins, and this becomes the ramp for I-75 south. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video here on I-96 East, going from US 23 near Brighton, Michigan, all the way to I-75 here in Detroit. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that we don't miss any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.